Hi, I'm Dave Wierzal and you're watching PHTV for Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is taking a field trip. We are at the Tinley Creek Model Airplane Flying Field in Country Club Hills. I've got Dr. Gary Porter on my right here, a member of the Tinley Creek RC Club, right?
Correct.
And they've got an activity going on today. It's cool. There's all kinds of aircraft out, and we'll get some shots of that in a second. But, maybe Dr. Porter, before we get started, can you give us your background on the club and how you got started?
Well, interestingly enough, I was watching television in the early 80s, and Pepsi had a commercial, and a guy was in his attic flying a remote control helicopter, and I thought that's the neatest thing I ever saw. A couple weeks later, there a different commercial. He was in a marina doing the same thing. Expensive boats all around, flying his helicopter, and I said, this is great. And that week I went shopping at the Jewel store a block away from my house, and above a high hedge line, a helicopter lifted up, flew over Pulaski Avenue, which is a very busy street with buses and cars, and came back, disappeared. I could never find the guy to talk to him. But after all of that is said and done, all of those activities were highly dangerous and discriminated against in the RC community. But that's how I really got started. Got interested in it, sent away for a kit, and started then.
So you found a safer way to do it. And it sounds like the advertisement worked. What aircraft do you fly?
Right now I fly a Saab, which is an Italian helicopter, a Saab 580 Goblin, and fairly new design, and it seems to work very well.
All right, so that's you, and looking around, and there's aircraft in the sky now, and it seems like there's a wide variety. Can you give us what are some of the things that people are flying today?
People fly mainly pod and boom helicopters, which is a pod which covers all the electronics, and a boom out the back for the tail rotor. Some guys here fly scale, which is a very unique feature of the hobby. Scale models are crafted so that they resemble the large size helicopters, and everybody flies different things, and the main goal of our club is to come out and have some fun.
That's a good goal. I like it, and get to do some cool stuff with the aircraft. It sounds like, because I see them buzzing and circling and upside down. So that you kind of led into the other thing I want to ask you. Like, who are the members? People who want to come down and have fun. How do they join, and who's all involved in it?
Occupationally, people are from all different walks of life here. There are doctors, there are lawyers, there are laborers, everybody. And out here, no matter what you are, you're a helicopter pilot. So our goal for each of the members is to make sure that we help each other out. Have any problems with your aircraft, everybody jumps in, pitches in, and helps out. Learning how to fly also, everybody helps everybody else learn how to fly. How to join our club, we have a website, tcrc.com. We are on Facebook, or you can just come out to our flying field. Our flying field is in Country Club Hills on Cicero Avenue between Vollmer and Flossmoor Road. As long as the weather's nice, somebody's out here flying. So you can come out. There's applications usually in the boxes around the field, or you can just talk to any of the club members who are here, and we'll get you hooked up with a membership. And if you don't want to join right away, which is understandable if you don't know anything about the hobby, then just come to the meeting or come out to the flying field and hang around and see if you like it. And if you do, join the club.
All right, well, we got a beautiful day, and yeah, I get it. I get why this could be a lot of fun for people. You kind of triggered a couple more questions there I want to ask you. I hope I can remember all. The first was, in terms of like what you fly and what other people are flying here, what are some of the more interesting or unique things you've seen people put up in the air?
Well, there's all different size helicopters, from kinds that you can almost carry in your pocket to kinds where you need a trailer to cart them around. Some of our flyers fly nitromethanol engines on the helicopters. Many of us fly electric helicopters now because they're easy to maintain, easy to set up, and no mess. Some guys fly gasoline-driven motors. A couple of our members even have turbines, which is quite exciting and interesting. So we run the spectrum of anything to power a helicopter, we do it. Okay. Size-wise, they go from very, very small helicopters to very, very large, from very inexpensive helicopters to very expensive. So there's something for everybody's budget.
It sounds like it. Variety's sake, whatever road or path you want to go, you'll find something you can have fun with. And you know, maybe, and we talked about this before, and especially you, like when you saw that helicopter fly go over Pulaski, I think it was. Maybe you want to speak to that. Like, this can be a fun hobby, but there are restrictions on where you should be doing these things, and like, why are we here, for example?
Well, mainly you should fly helicopters or radio-controlled aircraft at a designated field. For a person to find out where a designated field is in their area, you can go to the AMA, which is the Academy of Model Aeronautics website, ama.com, and they have a search engine. You can put your area, and then a list of approved flying sites will pop up. And those flying sites will probably be in the forest preserves of the Chicagoland area. So that's the easiest way to find some place to fly. Since you guys are on the south side, you could fly at our field. There's a field on 107th and LaGrange Road, approved flying field. There's a flying field around. I'm trying to think of it. The name of the field is the Checker flying field. That's by Loyola and First Avenue. Okay. Kind of on the north side. So all over Chicagoland there are flying sites. There's not an abundance of them, but there's a number of them.
Okay. And then, you know, and I thought I saw on a website too, there is a restriction on how high you can fly too, right? Not just the area, but you're not supposed to go above a certain altitude?
Correct. The AMA has a height restriction, and I'm thinking that's 300 feet.
Let's say 400, but
might be 400.
But right, you're not launching this thing into space.
No. Our helicopters usually don't quite go that high. That's why I'm not sure as to 300 or 400.
You're not testing that ceiling.
No, not a bit. But there are restrictions, and one of our main goals is safety. We don't promote unsafe flying, and neither does the Forest Preserve. So we have our own club rules, and we try to maintain them. To fly at a Forest Preserve site, you need to be an AMA member, the Academy of Model Aeronautics. By being a member of that organization, they provide you with some insurance. You also have to have homeowners insurance too, because that's a secondary insurance to their insurance. So there are restrictions, and you have to abide by them. And in that way, as we say, safety is no accident, and which is true.
Right, yeah, so it can be safe, and that's how you have fun, right? You know, okay. You know, you mentioned a lot of cool aircraft earlier and the different types of engines that people are using to fly. Can we go meet some of these people?
Of course, let's walk around and meet some of the guys, and they'll show you what they got.
All right, let's take a look. All right, we're here with another member of the Remote Control Club, and Chuck Drew, right? Yeah. And Chuck, how long have you been in the club?
I've been in the club for 2 years now. I started off with smaller helicopters, and then I moved into a larger helicopter because it was just easier for me to fly.
Okay. It
just was something that I've always wanted to do, and finally had the time to do it. So.
How about, what was the trigger for you? Like, hey, I want to be part of this club. I want to be out there on a Saturday morning. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Everybody should want to be out here now. And then maybe you can tell us about what you fly. But why did you get started like that?
Well, I went to the AMA, which is the American Model Association, which is what we're members of, which just helps us fly safely. And there are various clubs throughout the area. I looked up this particular club. I saw that they flew here. I came out on a Saturday and just saw guys flying, and was introduced to a couple of different club members, and they seemed to be very welcoming and very inclusive, and
a nice group.
Nice group. So that got me started.
Cool. And what's your helicopter here?
I fly a SAB RAW 580, which is designed in Italy. Uses a transmission type of a system and runs off of electric power.
We're good? All right, Chuck, well, thank you very much for taking a few minutes. Have fun today. You got a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing this guy up in the air.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, we're here with another member of the Tinley Creek RC Club. I've got Tony. Tony, you've got 2 helicopters back here. Can you tell us what kind of helicopters you fly? And then I want to hear how you got started, because I know you've been interested in this for a while.
Oh yeah. The 2 helicopters I fly, this one's electric, and the other one sitting over there is a nitromethane, and it's a internal combustion engine rather than electric.
How did you get started too? Like, you know, I know you said it was a retirement thing, but you've actually been interested in flying aircraft for quite a while.
I was flying model airplanes when I was a teenager, back in the 60s. And, well, you know, one thing led to another. You have babies, a family, you know, and you drop out of the hobby. And then I retired about 16 years ago, and I was looking for something to do. So what I did was started looking at videos, and I seen videos of helicopters flying and doing amazing things, and I said, well, looks like a challenge, so I think I'm going to try that.
It's nice. It's nice to hear the part that you get to revisit something that was fun for you when you're in your teens, and get to, you know, do it again now. Maybe something a little more souped up than when you were flying in the teens.
Oh yeah, this is light years away from, you know, the way it used to be. Yeah.
All right. Well, Tony, those are cool looking aircraft. Have fun today. Beautiful day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And what you like best about being part of the club?
Okay.
Something like that. Is that good?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, we're here with another RC member. Justin, what aircraft were you flying? I know you got a helicopter here.
Oh, it's a T-Rex 700 Nitro.
Okay, T-Rex 700 Nitro, you said. And how did you get started in this hobby?
I've been involved since I was probably 10, 12 years old. My family actually owned the airport in Streeter, Illinois, so I've always been into aviation. So that's you know, a big plus. But so I got into helicopters. Always were a big thing. There was only one guy at my local field that had a helicopter, so every time he came, it was pretty big thing. So, and I always wanted to get involved with it. So I spend most of my time with helicopters.
Let's say you got some longevity in this too. If you've been doing it since you were 10 or 12 years old, I mean, you can't be more than your mid-20s. So I'm guessing.
I don't know about that.
What do you like best about the hobby? What makes it fun for you?
I mean, the people, you know, the helicopter community is definitely, it's a good community. It's a small group of people, but I mean, we travel all across the country, and you'll run into the same people everywhere we go. I mean, I'll go to Florida, I'll go to Indiana, and I see the same people that's here at this show. So it's pretty interesting. It's, you know, they're far away, but they're close every weekend. So,
you know, that's an interesting point you bring up, because it like, we are here in Country Club Hills at this field site, but yeah, you can take your craft somewhere else, and you're going to bump into people who have the same interests, and maybe some locals who've traveled there as well. So there is a travel dimension to this too. It's the thing, and like anything, like you mentioned, the activity is fun, but it's also the people, right? I mean,
yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely the people. I mean, and then we camp, we spend time together, spend a lot of time together with the people. So it's a good industry. It's a good trying to get, you know, younger people involved. That's, you know, right now it's tough, but it seems to be picking back up, you know. So it's a good hobby.
It sure is, and it looks like fun. And again, you guys have a beautiful day. So Justin, thank you. Have fun, and
nice meeting you.
Yeah, we'll catch you down the road. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, now we've got Ed, and on this table behind us, and you'll get a shot at this in a second, you've got 4 different helicopters, different sizes. But Ed, how about first, how did you get started in the Tinley Creek RC Club?
Honestly, I've had an infatuation with helicopters since I was little, and I got a relative got me a smaller one that I was toying around with, and I read a flyer that they were going to have a fun fly. I came out, I met the guys, our president of our club, Mike Zubik. We became buddies, started flying every weekend after that, and then just kept upgrading.
How long have you been in the club then?
15 years now.
15? I was going to say, and again, taking a childhood thing that was fun and turning it into an adult thing that was fun. What aircraft do you have?
This is a Gaui X7, a Goblin 700. And then these small ones in front, they're kind of newer things. They're by OMP Hobby, an M2 and an M1 based on size, but they're very nice for people that are getting into the hobby, because they've got all the gyros on them and stuff to help you balance and stuff without the price tag of the giant ones. But they're also something you can, depending on the size of your yard or something, buzz the little one around in.
So there is, I was to say, depending on your skill level or experience level, there is an opportunity for everybody. What do you like so much about it? You've been in it for a while. You were interested from a child. Why is the Tinley Creek Club so important to you now, or what do you like about it?
A good portion of it is the people. We have monthly meetings. We all get together. We all know each other well. We get to share, not only interest in new things, old things, how to build them, how to work with them, but also just getting out, having a place where your wife doesn't care you're going out in the morning and hanging out with the guys for a little while and stuff and enjoying your Saturday or Sunday morning.
I'd say it's a beautiful place, and I'm sure she feels good that you're hanging out and the forces are flying your helicopter instead of worrying about.
Exactly.
All right, and again, the people are always part of it.
They are. You get a lot of age ranges and a lot of different kinds of people, but everybody's here for the same thing, so everybody really enjoys spending time together and talking.
All right, thanks, Ed, and like you said, something for everybody. Thank you.
No
Have
problem.
fun
Thank
today.
you.
Runway's not long enough. All right, we're here with Dr. Tahir, who is not a member of the Tinley Creek Club, but you're actually a member of another RC club, right? Where are you from, Dr. Tahir?
I'm a member of the Joliet RC Club, Joliet Radio Control, Joliet, Illinois.
And how long have you been part of that one?
About 15 years.
15. And what aircraft do you fly? What type of helicopter?
Over here I have a Saab, it's a RAW 420, and then I'm flying a Gooski S2 Legend, and then down there we have a Protus 700 Evolution.
Okay, so you've been doing this for a while now. How did you get started in it?
I started age 13. I saw a little balsa airplane at a local hobby store, and one of the tiny kits. I remember riding my bike and buying it for $13. I made money throwing newspapers on porches back then. So I've been in RC for 36 years.
Wow, congratulations, that's cool. And I'm guessing these are a little bit more souped up than that first airplane kit you worked on.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing how far our RC has come down. Yeah, it's amazing.
So how about for you, obviously you're in Joliet, you've been doing it for years, you're out here visiting this crew today. What do you like best about the RC clubs?
We're one party, regardless if we're in Joliet or Tinley Park or other clubs. Everybody has the same commonality, everybody has the same goal. Yeah, friendship.
I say it's nice to have the shared interest and then to develop the friendships to go with it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, well, thank you, Dr. Tahir. Have fun today. I'm looking forward to see that up there, too.
Excellent, wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, we've been running this whole time. Holy cow. Okay, you need to go ahead and wrap it up.
We're up, Dave.
All right, we've got Mike and Rose here. We've got a husband-wife team, and they've been doing this for a while. And Mike, you're the president, right?
Yes, I am.
Right, how did you get started?
Oh, I got started probably 15 years ago. I started flying. I was started with airplanes, and then I went into helicopters. Now I fly everything, actually, as far as that goes.
What do you like best about being part of the club, or even being president of the club?
You know, it's great people. Everybody we all get along very well. It's just the camaraderie is just with everybody together as far as they're just a great group of people.
I was going to say, there is and it's come up again, there's a very social dimension. I think by the tent, I'm starting to get a smell of the barbecue behind us, so there is other social dimension than just flying the craft. How long have you two been doing it together?
Probably the 15 years that we've been in it.
15.
Right, at least, yes.
And it's been a lot of fun the whole haul.
Oh yes, I usually just help out with the events. I do the registrations, handle the raffles. I help cook the food with Frank, our cook, and serve the guys and whoever the guests are that come.
Again, it's a social thing that's fun.
Oh yeah.
And I know you're holding a plaque. You have an event coming up, Mike. What's coming up?
We do. August 12th, we have National Aviation Day. And what National Aviation Day is, for anybody that has never flown before, we are going to have simulators, we're going to have some drones, we're going to have pilots doing demos. We're going to let anybody that has never flown, we're going to put some planes up in the air and let them fly. So it's from old to young. We've also got some Boy Scout troops coming in, Girl Scout troops going on. Anybody that's never flown before, they get to fly.
It sounds like a great opportunity to learn about the hobby, if this is something you want to pursue. And it sounds like it'd probably be a very fun day. All kinds of things going on. All right, Mike, Rose, thank you very much. Enjoy the day. Beautiful, beautiful day.
Thank you.
And what you like best about being part of the club?
Okay.
Something like that. Is that good?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, we're here with Tom, who's got another aircraft. We've seen a lot of helicopters up in the air, but it isn't just a helicopter event. Tom, what are you flying?
This is an Extreme Flight Extra. It's a 100cc engine in it, 104-inch wingspan.
It looks like fun. We're watching it fly up in the you know, and you're doing all kinds of acrobatic stuff. I mean, it looks like a fun thing to fly. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing RC flying for about 20 years, 25 maybe. This typical type, or this particular type, for about 10 years. The 3D it's called, flying, about 10 years of it.
Say 20 years is a long haul, but you just said earlier you've been actually into this hobby going even further back.
Yeah, I started building planes with my brothers when I was a kid. My dad got us into it, basically. Wind up rubber bands, throw them in the backyard, that kind of stuff, and then eventually with some motors on them that were on line, you know, and then RC stuff came along in the early 70s, you know, so we jumped on that. You know?
Say jackpot for you, huh?
Yeah, it just kept getting better, you know, so.
So you literally do have it in your blood. So you've been doing it for a long time, and obviously what you're doing, there's a lot of cool things. So what's so fun about for you? Why do you like being part of the RC club also?
It's good group of people from all walks of life, all different jobs and stuff like that, but mainly I just like it, you know, I don't know what it is. It does something for me, it entertains myself and others, you know, and there's no end in it, you know what I mean? You always keep trying stuff better and better, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a challenge.
You know, it's a challenge. You can do it forever, right? Young kids can do this, and you can do this, you know, into adulthood and way up there, right? I mean, all age ranges are involved, and there's a lot of cool things I'm sure to work on and develop this type of craft, right?
Yeah, you know, you got to keep up on knowing maintenance of the machine. That's pretty important, and you know, and the flying, new stuff that comes out, new abilities. What's this guy trying? You got a different setup or something like that. Just constantly looking online and copying others and stuff like that, and taking back and forth, trading off information. You know.
Well, that's cool. I mean, a lot of fun. You got, again, like you said, you got a good group of people, and you get to have fun, and and especially on a day like today, you get to enjoy a beautiful day. Right. Well, have fun, Tom. I hope we get to see that up in the air again. That was a cool craft.
Yeah, it will be. Thanks.
All right, so we're here with Dr. Gary. One more time, we saw some great aircraft fly. We saw some acrobatic stuff, the takeoff, landing. We saw the airplane. So now I'm thinking, all right, maybe I want to do this. I don't know if my wife will give me a green light on this one, but I get why this is fun. The grill smells good, the camaraderie, and you got a lot of fun aircraft out here. How about advice for people starting out? You know, what route do you go? How do you get going in this hobby?
Well, if I were starting out, I would go to a field where people fly helicopters and radio-controlled aircraft and just be there for a while before I make a decision to put my credit card on the counter and buy something, because it can be expensive, but it is a financial investment. So hang out for 1, 2, 3, 4 visits. Make sure that's what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, ask the guys at the field what they recommend for beginner equipment, and all the clubs will probably help you get started.
I was going to say, you know, and the idea, you are making an investment, and then if you come out and watch, you can kind of make some like, well, I'd like that aircraft, or that thing looks kind of cool, or I'd like to try that, and then you kind of hit on the other part of this thing that's so nice is talk to the people here, because everybody we've met so far, they've all been friendly, and they've made that clear. This is a club, there's camaraderie here. You almost become part of a brotherhood.
Yes, you do. The old adage of baby steps goes a long way in this hobby. You can't make your first investment to be a turbine jet or a turbine-driven helicopter, go out and fly, do loops and rolls and all kinds of aerobatics. There's definitely a learning curve and a equipment curve. So you start with simpler things, learn some skills, then move up in steps, and finally get to the level that you thought you'd want to start out at, but it's a few months, a few years down the road.
All right, so a little time investment in addition to the other investment later. So they can come check out the Tinley Creek RC almost any weekend, right? Weather.
Any day, weather permitting. There's usually somebody out here, as long as the weather permits, every day of the week, especially on the weekends, more guys.
All right, so come on, check them out. You got a beautiful day. It'll give you a chance to watch and meet some people, and maybe give you that nudge.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Gary, thank you very much.
Well, thank you guys for coming out. You made the day very, very profitable for everyone.
Oh, good. Well, it's fun for us too, so thank you.
Thank you.
You've been watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight has been on the Tinley Creek RC Club, and we've been having a great day out here. Thank you for watching.